This video is how to perform a one-sample t-test in Quantum Excel. First, we need to make sure Quantum Excel is running. To make sure it's running, we make sure that QXL Monte Carlo, QXL Stat Tools, and QXL DOE are open in the Excel ribbon. For this example, I have a setup where, let's say that we're making bearings, and the historical torque for our bearings, the historical average is 6 Newton millimeters. And by saying that, we're assuming that the population mean of the torque for our bearings is equal to 6 Newton millimeters. So what I've done with a new bearing, so this would be the test of a new bearing, and let's say that I collected the data from the new bearing and I put them in column A. And my boss wants to know, has the mean gotten better than the historical of 6 Newton millimeters? To perform the one sample test to figure that out, we would simply select the data. So I'll select cells A1 through A11, click on hypothesis test, test for mean, and then one sample t-test. When I click on one sample t-test, Quantum Excel is going to ask me the data range. I've already pre-selected it. Had I forgotten to pre-select it, I would just select it now. And then I click on next. The hypothesized mean needs to be changed to 6. The reason it needs to be changed to 6 is that the historic mean was 6, and so we're comparing the mean from this sample to the mean of the population hypothesized mean of 6 Newton millimeters. And because my boss wants to know that it's better than 6, lower torque is better, we will click on the option friction torque mean is less than 6. I then click on finish, and Quantum Excel gives me the results. The null hypothesis is that the torque mean is greater than or equal to 6, and the alternate mean is that the torque is less than 6. One might write that as the population mean of the torque is greater than or equal to 6, and the alternate hypothesis is the population mean for the torque is less than 6. Notice that the null hypothesis is rejected and the alternate hypothesis is accepted. The reason is that the p-value is 0.0003. 0.0003 is less than the decision criteria or the critical alpha of 0.05, and as a result, it has met the level of evidence required, which is 0.05, and it is accepted, and the alternate hypothesis is rejected. Below, you can see the 95% confidence interval for the mean. The 95% confidence interval one-sided would be from 5.7 to around 5.83. And the actual upper bound is right here at 5.8306. And that is how you perform a one-sample t-test in Quantum Excel.